ICP holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Thank you for all the love. Let's get right in today's update. So, looking across the board as we are going into Tuesday morning, as you can see for yourself, we are seeing some coins seeing a retracement right now, and that is due to Bitcoin. Obviously, I'm going to pull out the charts and give you guys a little bit of a better, visual as to what's going on. But as far as ICP is concerned, regardless of Bitcoin going down or not, we were still seeing ICP in the downwards trend. You can see for yourself, it's down about 7.5% right now. On the weekly time frame, again, still up about 27%. On the monthly time frame, still one of the top gainers. But let's take a closer look and see what's really happening. We're noticing a little bit of a trend, and what I mean by that is you can look at it for yourself. Dash is down 7.6%, Zcash down about 20%, and we know what has been happening with these coins. These coins have been leading the way, and obviously over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 days, we have seen the broader market bounce. But again, these coins were leading the way, and now you are seeing profit taking happening. As much as you guys might not like hearing it, and there are some people that just don't understand how the market structure works, and how just because you are not going to be locking in profits doesn't mean some other people are not going to. And I've been saying this since the price of internet computer was at $3. But again, thank you for 99% of you guys, for showing so much love. Obviously, you're going to see some people that just are going to not understand anything, but it is what it is. It's part of the game. But let's take a closer look and see what is happening with internet computer as far as the price is concerned. $6.46, down 7.2% on the Bitcoin side of things. Valuation 3.5 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume sitting at about $580 million. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, internet computer, this is, I think, the first time where it actually reacted to a Bitcoin retracement, because, like I said, it has been in this upwards trend. As we know, the price action is something that everyone is talking about at this point. Pretty much before even this major breakout, I made ICP analysis. If you guys have watched that, I was talking to you guys about how there's no big specific announcement. Obviously, in terms of the blockchain itself, they're obviously adding good features. They're adding the AI feature, which is massive, and of course, the tokenomics, amazing. Again, the tokenomics have never looked as good as they have been. That we're seeing right now. Pretty much that's what I'm trying to get at. Tokenomics look the best. So obviously, when it comes to investor confidence on tokenomics, it checks that box. But let's take a closer look and see what's really happening. So as far as the dominance is concerned, I did mention this in my H-bar update too, if you did end up watching it. If not, no problem. You can see for yourself, we are ranging pretty much since November 7th around this key level, just below 60%. We've seen several retests above 60%, but every single time, we don't see the dominance, breaking above, which again is a good sign for altcoins specifically. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, you can see for yourself, Bitcoin was able to break out. We pushed up to 107,700, a level we've been speaking about on the channel for quite some time. We got rejected. That is a resistance. You can see for yourself, we have seen a pullback, currently sitting at $105,000, which of course has dragged the altcoins down over the last 1.5 hour to be exact. But with internet computer, let's take a closer look and see what's happening. I talked to you guys about one specific target. If you watch my yesterday's update, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But if not, I will show you guys. And if you guys want to go check that, you can do so by pausing this video and going to that video, of course. But take a look at it for yourself. So internet computer came down to $6.38, but look at this massive wick up to $7.50. This is something I want you guys to keep in mind. A massive wick. We came down to 6.53. We bounced up to $7.50 again. It was short-lived, and you can see we're pretty much back down to this key level. So what is this? It was this like a big spot buy order. Is it manipulation? But this is something we want to kind of keep in mind. But let's take a closer look and see where we are currently holding. If you watched my update yesterday, we were sitting at about $7.15, if I'm not mistaken. But I talked to you guys about the $7 key support line. I said if we break below it, significant support, as far as significant support is concerned, you would expect the price to come down to $6.34 level. You could see for yourself, we almost touched that price point. Almost. We were literally 0.5% away for us to retest that. So again, that was a 12% pullback over the last 24 hours for internet computer. But again, like I said to you guys, from that price point, we have seen a bounce of about only 3%, nothing crazy, but you could see for yourself. Remember the line that we drew, that exact level is playing as a support for us right now, as you can see for yourself. So as far as ICP price is concerned, obviously it has seen, a beautiful bounce. And as I've stated to you guys before on the channel before, anyone that is surprised at this key resistance, just zoom out and take a look at it for yourself how significant this resistance is. Time and time out, I've talked to you guys about this, and literally after getting rejected at that key range, you could see for yourself we have seen a retracement of about 33.3%. But with that said, people are forgetting that internet computer has also pumped up 258% over the last week and a half. But even after the retracement, it's still up about 135%. But what you want to see ICP do, as I've stated to you guys before, we want to see the price of internet computer kind of finding a ground for itself, trade sideways, kind of strengthen the support before making its way back up to some of the key levels. Again, if it's not able to do that, then as fast as the price has gone up, that's as fast as the price could pull down. So that's why I talked to you guys about the project. And this is not just with ICP, a lot of other projects that pump up the way internet computer has. You want to see the price finding like a ground for itself, and then obviously breaking out and heading up to some of the higher price points. And in our case, that would be, of course, around the $10.80. Again, a level that we haven't retested pretty much since the beginning of the year. So right now, we're sitting at about $6.54. Believe it or not, profit taking is happening. So again, going back to what I said, and I've said this from the beginning, if you are sitting at too much profit that you just cannot afford to lose, then it's the best move to just take some profit off the table. But again, obviously, if you are in for the long haul, you've done your due diligence research and have invested where you can afford to lose, then patience is your number one key to follow. What are my overall projection? Again, as far as the price is concerned, obviously it's holding above key support line, but you want to see the price holding around this key range. But I still do believe if dominance, I'm gonna time and time I talk to you guys about the dominance. Right now, like I said, over the last few days, we've been pretty much stagnant. But if the dominance starts showing weakness, and Bitcoin starts pushing up to some of these levels, I do believe that internet computer will rebound. But if it loses this support and you don't see both coming and supporting it, then we could be looking at some of the lower time frames, specifically around the $5.80 price point, which is something I'm sure no one really wants to see. But again, you got to look at it from a realistic standpoint. I bring you guys realistic updates, as you guys know, unbiased updates. And one of my followers, there was like one comment that was saying, the price of internet computers going down, this and that. And one of my followers really like showed like massive support, and I really appreciate that, because that's my day one thing with you guys, transparency and just bringing you guys unbiased updates. And I know a lot of you enjoy it, and thank you for rocking with me. Continue supporting. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I've been doing this for quite some time. I've been putting very much time, and it's been about 6 years at this point. But again, we're gonna get to that milestone, and I need each and every one of you guys to come on board and support the channel, which you guys are obviously doing. Thank you so much for your support. Let me know in the comments what are your personal thoughts as to what you think is going on with internet computer as far as the project is concerned. Obviously, I've been quite clear. People are very fast to make comparisons to the likes of Solana, to the likes of Ethereum. You just can't do that. You just can't do that. On-chain numbers speak for themselves, and you could see that obviously on-chain, and compared to other chains, it's not even close to the big chains like Solana and Ethereum. But that doesn't mean that the potential isn't there. But again, we got to take it one step at a time. Let me know in the comments what your personal thoughts are. Much love to you guys. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.